Look.
We discovered quite the volunteer pumpkin patch on our property. This thing is so big. We're gonna be swimming in pumpkins, but we are very excited about it, and it's really fun to go check on it every day after our garden walk.
See that big pumpkin flower?
I can see.
Yeah, because it's like a maze.
This week we need to address some things that just need to get done around the property and in our garden. The first of which are these darn Japanese beetles that are eating my zinnias.
Okay, let's kill some of these beetles, as many as we can. Look for beetles.
I see them.
Okay, apparently we just take them and flick them into this soapy bucket of water. Here's one.
Huh?
Here's one, right here.
I see them.
Look they totally got this plant, Sylvia. Look how much they ate.
I have actually never dealt with Japanese beetles before, and I will say that at the time of doing this voiceover, the population seems to be much more controlled. I went on Reddit and everyone said to just get a soapy bucket of water and flick them into it, and it's actually working shockingly well. I'm not gonna lie, I had basically no hope for that strategy because I just didn't think that it could work, but I am seeing them way less, and I cut away a lot of the damaged plants and I'm not seeing much more damage coming back. So I'm really excited about how that worked. I kind of just left that bucket with some soap in it out there, and anytime we were out there checking on the garden, I would go beetle hunting, and it seems to have really actually worked.
Do you think Grandma would like a soda can arrangement? I bet she will. This is just what do we got here?
Flowers.
We do have flowers. This is crazy.
Hey, you gotta put water in it.
I did put water in it.
Now you're crazy. Strawberries.
I think Mom's gonna make a frog for herself. What? Well, I'm gonna give Grandma this one so she doesn't have to worry about getting me a vase back.
I have been obsessed with using my can opener to take the top of really cute Olipop cans or LaCroix cans off and then making really pretty flower arrangements in them. I love giving flowers this way because then the receiver doesn't have to worry about giving me a vase back.
Okay, this is for Grandma. What do you think?
They're not cute.
It's not cute?
Yeah.
Yes, it's cute.
No.
It's so cute.
During the summer months, I like to spend as much time outside as possible. Because of that, I need cooking appliances that make my job in the kitchen fast and easy. We love using the Sierra Nosh oven just for that reason, and they are sponsoring today's video. We have been using the Nosh oven for over a year now, and we just got the opportunity to try the Pro version, and we are loving the upgrade. Compared to the original Nosh oven, the Pro offers a larger cooking capacity, which means I can make bigger meals and I can make more than one thing at a time. The Pro also includes an extra tray. Our original Nosh oven had 2 racks, and this has 3 racks, which offers more flexibility for everyday cooking. My favorite part about the Nosh oven is that it does so much more than a traditional air fryer. Our most used setting on the Nosh is the reheat setting. I find that the food just tastes so much better when it's warmed up really quickly and there on the reheat setting versus whenever I would use like the microwave. Another feature I really appreciate is the steam cleaning function. It basically cleans itself, which is really handy for everyday use. The biggest difference between this oven and a traditional air fryer is that it has steam functions. One of my favorite features is the 20-second steam out. It starts creating steam in just 20 seconds, so there's no waiting around like you would with a traditional steam oven. Like I said, we have had the original Nosh oven for over a year now, and we have always loved it, but as our family has gotten bigger and I am making more food, it is really nice to have the expanded cooking capacity and enhanced features of the Nosh Oven Pro. I also really love that this Nosh oven has 100% stainless steel trays as opposed to a traditional air fryer that might have non-stick trays with, chemicals that you don't really want in them. This has 100% stainless steel. We are using the Nosh oven basically daily to make quick and easy meals, reheat just a couple of cookies for a late night snack, or roast veggies. The possibilities are practically endless. I love that I could also dehydrate or ferment. There are tons of options with this oven. If you are looking for a smarter alternative to a traditional oven, make sure to head to the link in my description to get your own Sierra Nosh Oven Pro. You can use my code Andrea to save $180. Thanks so much to Sierra for sponsoring today's video. This is a recipe that I will continue to make over and over and over because my family loves it. It's super easy to make in a large batch and freeze some. And I pretty much always have everything that I need to make it readily available in my pantry and freezer. I love making chicken tortilla soup for this reason. So this particular day, I had no idea what I wanted to do for dinner. I find dinner in the summer always kind of sneaks up on me because I just don't want to be inside. And so I happen to have some shredded chicken already frozen from a previous time that I had made a whole chicken in my freezer. I had some onions that I froze from the last time I cut them, some bone broth that was frozen in the freezer. I even had bell pepper that was frozen. And then I just added it all to a pot. I grabbed out some diced tomatoes, some fire roasted diced tomatoes just to add a little more flavor, and a ton of spices. And I even did some sweet corn in this, which was a really fun addition. This is just pretty much the easiest possible way to get dinner on the table with what I stock in my freezer. I pretty much always have everything I need to make chicken tortilla soup, so it's a fallback meal for us quite a bit. Earlier this summer, we planted some David Austin roses, and I am just completely thrilled with how the first round of blooms looks. I just smile from ear to ear whenever I see these, but we sort of planted them and then let them go. And this week, as you can see, we need to address the beds that are around them because while the plants look healthy, there are tons of weeds in these beds. And if you are familiar with roses, you know that the Crown Princess Margareta that I just showed is actually a climbing rose. And if you're observant, you notice that there was nothing for it to climb on. So we are addressing the weeds and the lack of trellis in the rose beds this week. Even though it's a little bit embarrassing to show you guys how out of control this bed got. I know that nobody's garden is perfect, and ultimately the rose plants are not harmed, and they will grow to be beautiful, beautiful heirloom roses. So I just always remind myself when it comes to home projects or outdoor projects or gardening projects that just one at a time and moving slowly, we will eventually see a lot of progress. When I look out at our yard, at all of the things that we've done that felt like they were moving so slow, or they felt like really big jobs to tackle at the time, they now have made for a beautiful, beautiful yard. And the same thing is happening inside of our home. That's why I love sharing with you guys these slower, smaller projects, because I do believe that once they accumulate, it's just beautiful.
That looks like it's about ground level. Not gonna lie. Look, see, look, it's one of those little weird white worms.
Projects are certainly one of those things that reminds me of the saying, people underestimate what they can do in a year and overestimate what they can do in an hour. Like I said, have to consistently remind myself that all of these little changes add up to become a lot. And while I may be tempted to want to do it all at one time, to get everything done and just be done, that is certainly not the way to have a unique home or a unique yard, or one that we are proud of. I love that we have done this slowly. Perennial plants are also such a reminder of that, because when you get them, they feel tiny. They feel like they're never going to grow. It's really underwhelming whenever you get them. But then just a few short years later, they are in full bloom, and it is so exciting. And I feel really, really proud of that whenever that happens. But like I said, I have some hydrangeas that I got, and they were the tiniest things whenever I got them. They were extremely underwhelming. And now, just 4 years later, they are one of the plants that I am the most proud of. So it's just funny, because perennials are such a reminder that if you do things the slow way, they will eventually add up to having such a beautiful space.
You know, it's gonna have some charm.
See, the trick is
Here is 3 feet, and there is my mark.
Look at you go.
For these trellises, we actually did just a super simple style. I figured it's going to be covered in a climbing rose, so I don't know that the trellis needs to be remarkable, because I have a feeling that the rose will be very remarkable. So we just did 3 4x4 posts with woven wire stapled to the front of it, and it is perfectly clean and functional as a trellis.
Oh my gosh. I feel like it's going to be so pretty. Are you freaking out?
Yes. A 2x4 here across the top.
Yeah, on the very top.
Not on the top.
No,
on
yeah,
this,
yes.
at the top.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I think we should do that right now.
And then I think we should cut the fence on, like we should put the fence up to that.
I think we do one across the top, and then I think we consider doing one across the back in the middle.
Do we worry about lightning?
Well, if it lightnings, yeah.
We have been getting so many spot showers here where we live, and it'll be sunny, 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 and then all at once it is absolutely downpouring rain. And it's just funny because, of course, you happen to always be outside working on something whenever those spot showers come. So me and my husband had a pretty good laugh about that. The good thing is that they mostly last for about maybe 10 minutes, and we did have a couple of things that we needed to do inside of the barn, like cut this 2x4 down. So we just did that during our break time, and then by then the rain was gone and we were able to actually go fasten it to the top of the 3 4x4 posts, which completed the structural elements of the trellis. I do believe my husband wants to add one more 2x4 to the back just to give it a little more bracing. So we are going to do that probably at some point, but for now it is standing. So my husband is working on getting the woven wire attached to the 4x4s so that the plants actually have something to grasp onto when they start climbing. I tend to love these simple concepts outside. I think that over time they just make for such a beautiful outside area. So I am super happy with how this turned out. I hope that it was inspiring to you to tackle some projects that you've been maybe putting off around at your house, just like we were. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys here next week.